Hello out there in YouTube land. How's everybody doing tonight? Hopefully better than I am. I'm a little sick today. Alright, this video is, I'm just going to do this to kind of help out anybody out there that's looking for an easy way of mounting a sling on a Kel-Tec plr16 5.56 pistol or AR style pistol out there, and yeah, you can if you'd like, you can go and buy a sling mount kit right from Kel-Tec's website for around $15–16. It comes with the ring or the the little mount here, as well as a sling, available hardware, anything you need. But if you already have a sling for another rifle or any other extra slings around, I recommend just doing it this way. It's not going to probably be as fancy or as neat looking as that one is, but I guarantee it's going to be just as tough, if not even tougher. The reason I did this is because I have slings. I didn't need a sling. You can't, to my knowledge, you cannot buy just the mount. I could have probably contacted them. If you want to try that, contact them. Tell them that you had the the mount already and somehow it snapped. Maybe they can send it out to you. I don't know, but for a small fee. But I figured I'm going to do it this way. And all I really did was I went to Lowe's, hardware store in my area, and I just bought these D-rings. Comes in a pack of 2. It was fairly inexpensive, for around maybe $1 or less. Came with 2 of these. If you want, you can probably even look for around your house for some spare luggage, old backpacks, anything that would come with a D-ring like this, which I'm sure I have something around, but I just really didn't feel like looking for it or taking anything apart for the cost of it. Like I said, it was around $1. It came with 2 of them. I only needed 1. I unbent it on my vise, and because they are kind of strong. I'm not sure the gauge, but they are pretty tough. That's another reason I knew it was going to work out pretty well. And I just bent it back in with some channel locks, and sorry, I have the sling on here still, but and then just bent it back in with channel locks, put it back on my vise, and held it shut for a little while, just so it can retain all that tension that it had on the clip, and it worked out pretty well. Didn't really bang it up too much. Scratched up the D-ring a little bit, but that doesn't really matter, and maybe a little bit of a mark on the gun, but I mean, for the price of these guns, it's not really that major. I don't really mind that much, but it works out really well. I put it around my neck. I checked the strength of it, and I'm very confident that it's going to hold up to anything that I put it through. So if you guys are looking for an inexpensive way of doing it, that's one way. Figure I can help out by making a video saying what I did. Like I said, 1-inch nickel-plated D-ring. It's not the fanciest looking thing, but it will work. Alright. I'm going to be getting a handguard kit for this. I don't know. I'm not going to get the one from Kel-Tec because I'm not really crazy about the looks of that. I think I'm going to buy either a Magpul MOE handguard and kind of cut it up a little bit with the Dremel. I've seen some videos on here on YouTube showing how to do that, and they're definitely very helpful. Either that or something similar to that, the Magpul MOE, which is I believe it's AB Arms, the Mod 1. That's the one that has a rail already attached to it on top. There's another version of it as well, which might be $1 or $2 cheaper, and it doesn't have a rail. You can put the rails wherever you want, just like on the MOE. And it just looks a little bit nicer. It's not as plain. It's got a little bit of a hump that comes up on the end of it that I think you can get a nice purchase on and hang on to the handguard pretty well without putting anything on it at all. I'm not really crazy about putting on like a forward vertical grip or anything on something this small. I don't think it's really needed. So you can do that without having to add any other accessories, and that's what I think I'm going to do. As well, I want to get a compensator for it, flash hider, muzzle brake, whatever you want to call it. And that's about it for that. Now, another thing I want to talk about a little bit is this knife. My last video I made, I was talking about this, how I replaced it with a new large EDC knife. I usually carry about two. Sometimes I carry a small one and a large one. This is the old one that I had in my rotation, the Flash 2 small size. Now I have the Kershaw Cryo, which is in my pocket. And this thing, the Zero Tolerance 350, which I made a little video on that, replaced the Kershaw Cyclone. And I took this apart, cleaned it up really well, resharpened it, everything. It's going to be sitting for a while, so I did that. And while I was at it, while it was apart, I actually put a little choil on it, and I mean, it looks really nice on there. It changed the look of the knife, and it's very useful, I feel. I didn't need it, but this much of the blade I only lost about maybe 1/8 of an inch, 3/16 at most of the blade, which is very minor. I don't think I even really ever used that part of the blade, so I figured this isn't going to really do much harm or hinder the fact that it's missing part of the blade, and it really helps you bite up, choke up on the knife a little bit. I might have to kind of sand it down a little bit because it's some sharp edges, but it's not too bad. But I like that. I like that a lot. Definitely a lot nicer. Also, this Gerber Epic I had for a while that I wasn't really crazy about because of the serrations. I do like the knife overall because it's got more than one feature to it. It can be used for a bottle opener, for a fire starter, putting some fire steel on it against it in that little slot, which this has, this little attachment on there, but this is like real cheesy. I'm thinking about just taking this off. And you can use that with it, which I never really had to, but I did try it, and it does work. But this cheesy little sheath, if that's what you want to call it. What I did with this, being that I hate serrations, is I actually ground them off. Not the fanciest looking thing, or the nicest. It's sort of like a little recurve on there now. But I tell you what, my first, I guess, regrind on a blade to do that, to take serrations away, and it's razor sharp. I am really happy with the way it turned out. Like I said, the look of it is not that important to me. The way it does look is kind of ugly looking grind on it, but it's real nice, very sharp, and very useful. I feel that it'll be. So I'm happy with the way that turned out, making an ugly knife a little bit prettier, and like I said in my book, a little more useful. I think that's about it. I'm not going to really make this video go too long just because I am tired and still a little bit sick. I also have some stuff here for sale. I'm going to do another video on that just because, I don't know, I'm probably going to put this stuff on eBay. It's stuff that I had from when I was like a teenager and not really a teenager, probably early 20s that I bought. It's fairly decent quality. It's not like really cheap stuff, but like some medieval weapons and old Japanese style weapons, katanas, ninja swords, stuff like that, that I collected years ago, and it's not very practical to me, so I feel that I'm going to part with it. So if anybody out there is interested, I do have some other stuff as well, medieval like helmets and whatnot. If anybody's interested, just send me a comment, and maybe we'll exchange information and I can give you a deal on it. I'm not really too sure about the proper way of doing it, but we could figure something out. If not, I'll be putting it on eBay, so you can probably search for it there. It'll be pretty cheap prices. Some stuff like this, two gothic things. I was going through a little bit of a phase back in my early 20s, and it didn't last very long, so I'm going to part with the stuff. That's about it, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Take care. Bye.